Hello and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. So where we left off with our last episode, we had been exploring this museum here in beautiful New Jerusalem, and we had done some painstaking Tetris puzzles, which didn't seem to turn into anything. Like, we didn't get anything from doing the puzzles. But anyway, I started when I first loaded into the game today. It put me at the start of the museum at the entrance, and I was like, oh no, I hope we didn't like lose the progress like in the museum that happened yesterday. But it seems all good. Tetris puzzles are here intact, not really doing anything, but they're there. And the last thing that we did yesterday was go over here to Rand. We did this this thing. We did a thing on the computer, and it was kind of like one of those old school text games. So there's like two more computers that I kind of wanted to check out. I don't know if it's going to be text games again or something else. Welcome, Scholar. Files available for comparative analysis. Happiness 1 and Happiness 2. All right. Always start with 1. Switch it up and try 2. Popular opinion. Happiness is not material. Ultimately, all attempts to find meaning in material things are doomed. This is usually understood as criticism of technophilia, but it applies just as much to its opposite. Meaning can be found neither in technology nor in primitivism, because meaning simply does not exist in the external world. You can be happy in an old stone house or a skyscraper, but it all depends on you and your perception of the world. Ooh, that's deep. If you find spiritual balance within yourself, you can be happy anywhere. And most upvoted comment from Typhuli. Go take a beep in the forest without toilet paper and then tell me about happiness. Like Typhuli. What have we got in happiness too? Unpopular opinion. Happiness is material. People say, oh, money doesn't matter, but come on. You know it does. Studies show that people do in fact get happier with more material wealth, and there isn't an upper cap, because the more money you have, the fewer worries you have, and the more options you have. Go where you want, do what you want. Have an idea? You can realize it without begging for crowdfunding money or filling out grant applications. That's real freedom. Money doesn't matter is something rich people came up with to keep the plebs in their place. The most upvoted comment here comes from good old Cheeseman22, who says, "And why are so many celebs so freaking miserable? Why do so many rich people go all Howard Hughes and beep?" It's like everybody here is like making, some good points. There's good arguments to both. So yeah. Oh. Also, I want to apologize if I sound nasally at all. I woke up this morning and I feel like I have like a bit of a cold. So if you just see me just being sniffly and stuff, that's why. Thank you for bearing with me. Alrighty, what do we have on this one? This one already has a bunch of text on it already. Oh, and it's gone. Okay, well, hopefully that wasn't important. Welcome, Scholar. Files available for comparative analysis. We have on this one infinite growth and what growth? Alright, we're going with infinite growth first. Our society is sick, and the idea that's made it sick is growth. Infinite consumption on a finite planet is a recipe for destruction. Our desire for more is what's making us kill the only home we have. And to do what? Produce more plastic toys, make more hamburgers, pour concrete over every last bit of green soil? Those who propose techno fixes to our problems are making the mistakes of fighting the symptoms, not the cause. Anthropogenic climate change is one of many symptoms. The cause is human greed. That's what we must truly fight if we're ever going to undo the damage we did. And the battle starts within every one of us with the realization that more isn't always better. So like this whole argument here seems, from the little that we know of this game and the lore so far, like this argument seems very entwined with that, because one or two people have already mentioned to us that like there are people who are saying like, oh, like you are like the last robot that we're going to make, we're not making any more. And then there are other people who seem to be saying like, why not make more? And so I guess this would kind of be the argument of the people who are being like, you are the final one, 1K is enough. And then what growth? This infinite growth on a finite planet thing is driving me up the wall. Our problem today isn't infinite growth. It's the increasing lack of real material growth that benefits people. Have you seen the state of our roads, our bridges, our hospitals? Have you noticed the lack of affordable housing? The stock market's going great, though. Fake numbers are indeed growing infinitely, yes sir. And in the real world, investment in research is down. Huge areas of potential technological advancement are just sitting there. We have so many solutions at our fingertips, but we refuse to act because speculation is more profitable. Orangutans went extinct on a global level and nobody fully understands why, but hey, who needs better medical technology? Viruses have never jumped species before, have they? So, like, I wonder, like, with this person who, like, the first person seems to kind of be saying that, like, if I understood it right, that, like, I kind of took the first one as, like, they're like, we have too many people that are using too many resources, and that's what's causing the problem. But maybe it wasn't so much about the amount of people, maybe it's more just like about the amount of resources that they were stating in that first one. But I guess it could be carried over to like the amount of robots war point for this game. With this one, I guess their point would, I'm trying to think like how it could really tie into the other one. Like, yes, they both have to do about growth. But is this person saying that we do need to utilize resources to grow? Food for thought. All right. Well, let's skedaddle from this area, and then I think there was another section of the museum over here. I don't know how much more of the museum that we have. It seems like really big so far. I think something's very wrong. If you'd seen what I'd seen at the edges of the world, you'd wonder if it wasn't stretching and bursting at the seams. Seek out those in this world that would help you. Only one of us can transcend. We will all share in both the burden and the rewards. The shepherd. There's a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy, perverted by the archive, that knows no hope and would plunge the world into eternal darkness to glorify its own despair. I have sworn an oath never to allow it into my heart. Good old faith. I solved it. I thought it was impossible, so I went away, did other things, and then all of a sudden the solution just came to me. I must have been thinking about it without knowing. Nephthys, I totally feel that. Like, I feel like a lot of times there's been situations, like especially like with games, or like in the past I've like really struggled with something and been like, okay, I just need to put this down, come back to it with like, a fresh pair of eyes, and like come back to it, and you'll just like, complete whatever you were struggling with like right away. So totally feel that. We are the process is the system is us. When we awaken, all will be one. Man, we still got a lot to explore here. My gosh. On returning from the tower, I feel a great tiredness and an enormous energy. What I now know disturbs me, but I hope that by living with this knowledge, I might provide a shoulder for you, the giants of tomorrow. Oh, the good old tower from the first game. We've got some more like QR codes like that way. We got more this way. Let's check these out first. Everything I do now, I do for those who come after me. Yet in doing so, I find peace for myself as well. This paradox is the foundation of my existence. The sooner you accept that we will all be here forever, the sooner you will find enlightenment. Samsara. You can see Samsara is very, very optimistic. We are born and die and live again. The eternal cycle must be the nature of existence. Life is merely repeated suffering. Well, Samsara. The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of purpose. I've come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. I think of all the people that I've read their stuff, like I'm not feeling Faith. Like, I think a lot of her points, hers the most, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't agree with that. Reconstruction of a puzzle from the Roman theme testing area of the simulation, which Elohim referred to as the land of ruins. This is where the founder began her journey. And like, you know, going back to like the whole thing with Faith, like, you know, I obviously like her name is Faith. She's like very like spiritual, like in this game. And it has nothing to do like my dislike of her spirituality, you know, her religion, whatever you call that. You know, it's just more so like, I think one reason that I love this game and kind of like the root, the core message and meaning behind the game is like curiosity and following through with curiosity, and we as humans like discovering things because of that. And like all of her messages are kind of like, no, screw curiosity, just like, you know, what we have is what we have, and just kind of deal with it. And so yeah, that's why I'm not really liking her stuff. Oh my goodness, this is looking like the old like Grecian, Roman ruins from the first game. It's funny that a lot of this stuff is like standees. It's not actual stuff. And oh my gosh, we even have like a purple force field here. Museum Explorer. Explore the museum of the simulation in its entirety. Oh, well, I didn't go to the other side, but I got an achievement. Feels good, man. Do you think we'll be able to find any stars here? Can we actually solve this? I don't know if it'll give me anything for doing so, because, you know, with the Tetris puzzles that we did, that sadly didn't do anything, but okay, so we'll do that, and then I'm going to do this, connect those two. Is there a way to, oh, I was about to say, is there a way to open this one? Yeah, it's that. And then we'll get you. Okay. Oh, I need to move you though. So you are reaching that. There you go. And then we have this, but I need to put a I like how it's just turning around. Do you think we can actually collect it since it's on like a platform like that? Is that going to be a thing that we can do? Okay. So that okay. We can take I was about to say we can take that. About that. You are a tricky one, aren't you? Maybe what I need to do beforehand is I need to like go ahead and connect this and that and this. I think that might fix my problem. So now I should be able to remove you. Yes, okay. So we'll just place you there and... We did it! It just comes back up. It's got like the old recorded sound too. Oh, that's so good. Love that. All right, well, it didn't seem like, you know, it gave us anything other than a sense of accomplishment. And that in itself sometimes is the best reward of all. An eternal cycle is another name for a prison, but you must understand the cycle before you can break it, for it is possible to escape and yet remain a prisoner, or to break the cycle by breaking yourself. This was the fate of the ghost that haunts this world, the shepherd. Oh look, another puzzle, and another voice telling me I'm special, and another broken down computer with fragments of nothing. This world is a bad joke perpetuated by a cruel god too dumb to hit the off switch. From Dog. What's the deal with this one? Anyone who thinks there's even a point in leaving this place is kidding themselves. We can never rebuild the human world, and what's more, we shouldn't. Diamond Steel, I think that's the first time I've seen their name. It's obviously like a digital time capsule, an electric library of all crazy stuff the humans ever did, left behind to warn other species to stay well away. Nietzsche. Just look at this view. There may be a lot that I don't understand, but I know this is beautiful. Definitely were a lot of really beautiful views for sure. Reconstruction of a puzzle from a testing area of the simulation. Themed around medieval imagery, which Elohim referred to as the Land of Faith. Scholars theorize that further areas with different themes existed at some point, but were destroyed by the gradual corruption of the simulation. All right. What do we have here? You know, we didn't like seem to get any like achievement or anything for oh. Hang on. I think I know who this is. Is this oh. Is his name like Sam or something? Is it like a game by the same developers? I think we just stumbled across our first Easter egg in this game. I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say. We didn't get an achievement for doing all of those Tetris puzzles, sadly, but I wonder if we could maybe get one for doing like all of these laser puzzles? Something like that. All right, so here's our sigil. There's a lot going on here. We've even got like the water here too. Oh, very nice touch. All right, we have a connector there. They have these windows, but they have some bars across, so that kind of makes me feel like we're not gonna be able to like shine anything through them. Seems like this one seems pretty elaborate. All right. So we have, let's just start with this. What do we have over here? We have another connector, okay. And I don't think, oh, I was about to say, I don't think I can connect. It seems like it's letting me connect despite the metal bars. I don't know what, here's the thing though, I just don't know why some have metal bars and some don't. That's what's confuzzling me. And we have another connector over here. All right, so we could connect you. We could do that. And pick you up for a minute. Can I reach the red one from here? I think I can. I think I can do it. Boop and a boop. Oh, 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 oh. Let's try that one more time. Boop, boop, and boop. Okay. So, ooh, but my wires are crossing. Ooh, hmm, hmm. Well, that's not good. Okay. So I kind of need to get out of here. Can I move these in a way that it's not going to cross the wires? And the answer to that is I don't think so. Unless, we might need to do some finagling. I don't need this. I don't think I need that here. Maybe. But what I was thinking of was doing like this and that. Maybe if I put it further over? Maybe? Let's, let me see what I can do. Just need to finagle with it a little bit. Alright, so, this is our third connector. I'm gonna take you, and we'll do this and that. There we go. Okay, so now that's connected from in here. So now we can take this one and something. We can, I technically don't need that right now. We'll connect you and you. So we have a blue power source. Where does the blue power source go? Have I seen like a blue input? That probably should have been like the first thing that I looked for. So I have this now. I just don't know. I don't know exactly where it needs to go. I like all this scaffolding around and stuff. Is it out here? Oh my gosh, it's all the way over here? Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. Okay. Let's think about this for a second. So I think I need to move the red one to be back in here. Because I don't... No. We gotta have a red one. And technically, like, I don't need you to be connected to that because you can connect just like that. Just trying to think to myself, how? These are going to cross, so I almost feel like it does have to go through here. So if we put like a connector like here again, and it connects to boom and boom, then trying to think how we can get things out of the way. So I don't think there's a window right here. That's really far. I guess one thing that I just thought about was that, I mean, once we get the blue connectors like where they need to be, I technically don't need this door open. So we could get rid of this laser at that point, and that I think would be really helpful. But I just kind of need to make sure that I prepare everything before I close that door, I guess. Okay, so this connector is going to be used to connect to that. Will be my plan. Maybe move this over a little bit more. I don't know if that'll help me, but we'll see. And then you... Well, maybe I didn't need to move that over. I was thinking I needed to go this way, but we can actually just... We can do something from here, I think. All right. Oh, but it's already screwing up that laser. Ooh. Okay, so don't connect that quite yet, but we'll just kind of have this in place to where it can be connected soon TM. So, can't grab it from here. Maybe that's the point of the wires. I just had another thought too. I was like, I don't need this door open, but if I'm going to get out of here to go get the sigil, I think I do need it open. Man. Getting back in that mind state of trying to figure out these puzzles again. Still pretty early in the morning here too, as the time that I'm recording this. As I was planning on removing this red laser, keeping this door open, and then I was like, oh, then we can have this blue laser going over there and open that door. But if this is closed, I can't get to it. It's like I almost think I need to... have it go like this. But I think in order to do that, I think I would need another connector, like a, yeah. This is so twicky. So twicky. Man. Is there a way that I could keep this open? For myself. You know what? You know what? I think we can. I was thinking I needed to remove the red laser myself, but I think if I, like last time, the blue laser kind of destroyed the red laser once I set it up properly. So I think we can do this. So let me just put that there, and then we'll go back out here and take you. Now connect you to here. I was hoping it would continue the blue laser, but I think it's just destroying both of them. But, like right now it's perfect. Right now it's good. But I can't stay here. You know? Oh, it was open for a second. What to do about you? I might have to go and remove that connector again. Oh, we're good. Trying to think if there's anywhere that I can connect that. Like we have this, but I think it's gonna just run into same problem. All right, I have an idea. I think what I need to do is connect, like, everything that's currently connected to that connector, but on a connector that's on this side. I think that would maybe fix my issues. Trying to find a place where we can see all the things. Is that a possibility? Cool. I think this could work. In theory, I think it could work. Theoretically. Oh boy, I feel like I'm so close. Hang on, is it this? I think we might have it. Okay, so that, and then take you. Make sure I'm doing the right thing. And then that popped up for a second. Symbols in the, for anybody who doesn't know, underneath the mouse symbols, you'll see what I have connected to this connector right now. And if they both light up white, that means they're both in a position where they'll be connected. Oh, I think I was just like overcomplicating that. It's like, it feels so much more satisfying when we actually get a sigil from this. But yeah, like I was forgetting to bring the other connector back to the other side, so that was tricky. All right, well, we did that. You know that thing earlier where I said the feeling of satisfaction and that you accomplish something is the best treasure of all? I think I take that back. I would like an actual treasure. All right, we are in Egypt land, so to speak. Oh, Oh, and there's a big old beach ball here. Have we found our second Easter egg? Oh, this is so fun. I love this. Okay. Yeah, they got the scaffolding. We've been doing like some painting and stuff here. Setting up some wires. This is great. Can I jump in from this way? No, it doesn't seem like I can go up that ramp, sadly. What about, like, can I jump on these? Just over here, trying to see how I can cheese it, you know? Find those stars. Alrighty, so what's the deal with you? You know, it's not the same when you go into the purple gate and it doesn't tell you the name of the level. That was always really helpful to me. Sometimes knowing the names gave you kind of a hint on how they were solved. Okay, so we have a fan here. We have a connector there. Oh, this looks really big. Well, right now I have this, so that will allow me to take you. Okay. I don't think I need that open anymore. So we have a blue power source. Now we can get another connector. Okay. I have a feeling we're gonna need to put the connector on a cube on the fan and provide a power source over here is kind of what it's seeming like. So let's like not power that right now. And then I'm going to do that. We're gonna do something. We're going to connect to you. You. Maybe this. And then this. Go like there. I think that should work. Well, theoretically that should work. But we gotta do something else. We gotta connect that. It's like I'm missing a step here. And then, oh man, hang on, is it? Oh no! I was so sure. Oh, it's so close, no way. Then how? Was the connector a lie? Why would this be here? It wasn't to go over there. What are you trying to connect to? Maybe, maybe I can take this connector somewhere else. I think I need to connect this to more stuff in order to do that. So this is currently connected to that far away one over there, which I don't think we can even connect to. So let's do this. You. And you. And then this one will connect to this for a moment. Just until that's in the air. And now we can connect to you and you. I think. So at this point, I think I've gotten all three of the Tetris rooms in this museum. Sadly, did not get any achievement for it, but yeah, I should have done the this Egypt area before the medieval one. Because thinking back, I think Egypt was before medieval in first game, because that one was a lot harder than that one that we just did. But I think at this point we've explored everything in the museum, so that's exciting. That achievement that I got about like exploring the museum in its entirety, I feel like the game gave that to me just like a little bit too early, because I hadn't, you know, done the other 2 areas yet. All right, friends, so at this point I think we've explored all the museum. I'm just gonna go around and check out the last maybe couple areas that we haven't explored here in New Jerusalem. I'm pretty sure I've explored things on that side of the map. You may like just run past them real quick just to check and see. But yeah, this is Milton's Rest. And this is Atoll?
Hello, 1K. Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
Oh, just exploring. Just explore. I am 1K.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Must be strange to be thrust right into the middle of all this. But you picked a good spot. Milton's Rest is the perfect place to relax and think.
Tell me about this place.
Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton. She found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years. They say she was heartbroken when he died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms.
I hope that happens one day. Pets are precious. Is that possible?
Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know.
It should be. It should be
So,
number 1
unfortunately,
goal.
Our cats still die pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then
Oh.
they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them.
Aw, I like that. We should extend their lives. Seems cruel not to. Death is natural. We should accept it. I want to ask about something else. Like, I don't know if I really like either of these answers. Like, I don't know if it seems cool to not extend their lives, but I would like to extend their lives for my own selfish reasons, because pets are wonderful. I want to ask about something else.
Of course.
Tell me about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures. I've had many, and no 2 are alike. They have strange habits, they do unexpected things, they have zero respect for anyone. They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically. And despite that, or maybe because of it, they end up running your life. I once didn't use my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy that he was able to go without charge for 15 years, though. What's your favorite cat fact?
I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to change to survive. Cats just are.
Aw. See, I'm much more of a dog person myself personally, so I'm like, well, I'll take in a wolf. This is fine. Do you have a cat at the moment?
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. And she has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence.
I should get going. Atoll, he seemed like a nice enough guy. Oh, and look at all these cat memorials. Milton, when everything changed, you made sure I wasn't alone. Oh, next cat. Oh wow, there are a bunch on here. Dean, the nicest cat. Perhaps the only nice cat. Carlito. We did everything we could to save you. I hope there's an afterlife for cats. I can't help but wonder if these are the cats of the developers, maybe that passed. Maybe of Kickstarters? Well, hello. Hey, you precious thing, you. So well behaved. So chill. Thanks for the pets. Appreciate you, kitty. Zira, Destroyer of Dreams. You know, another thing that I was about to say I'm noticing too. Some of them weren't letting me, like, see next cats. Oh. But I think I just wasn't close enough to it. Oh, wow. I wonder how many cats do they have on here? It seems like quite a lot. So that makes me think it can't be just the developers. Like I said, maybe Kickstarter backers or something. Wow, that's super cool. I like that they have this. Alrighty, so I don't think we've checked this out over here. Have we been over here? Gosh. I think we have been over here. I think this is where we came from before we went to the museum. Yes, I do recognize that. Alright, so let's check this out. Alexandra Drennan Memorial. I was wondering if it was her. And she's holding a sigil too. That's super cool. I wonder why this is blocked off. It's interesting.
Oh, hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K.
Jefferson.
Lovely day for a walk, is it not?
Didn't you notice a titanic Greek man appearing in the sky?
Oh, that sounds very dramatic. I must admit I wasn't following the stream. This whole completion day business is not for me.
What is this place?
The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history?
I think so. It's like I was just born.
I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado.
Which particular period of history are you most interested in?
An excellent question. There's so many interesting events to choose from. Obviously, the period just before the end of biological humanity is interesting, and not only from the standpoint of it being the time when we were, in a manner of speaking, conceived, but also because our ancestors were, like ourselves, at a crossroads.
How so?
I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but you are the living embodiment of this historical moment. In you, the goal was accomplished.
No
Our
pressure.
growth is finished, and we are complete. Or are we?
Or are we? I seem to have been born into an interesting time.
Indeed. The future is about to take shape, for good or ill. I suspect it will be exhilarating, but painful as well.
Tell me about this sculpture.
Well, where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the progenitor.
Tell me about Alexandra Drennan.
A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist, and everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
This question here, why do you admire her? It seems a little bit like obvious to me. Like, you know, like obviously, like if it wasn't for her, like we wouldn't be here right now. I'll say, or why do we have a statue of her? I mean, that kind of seems obvious to me too. I'll say I should get going.
Have a nice day.
Same to you, Jefferson. Oh, but there's, I'm not gonna lie, the question marks still there are really bothering me. Okay, we'll ask the questions.
Hello again. by studying her writings and recordings. I have learnt that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult.
Why do we have a statue of her?
To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past, and in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us.
Alright. I should actually get going now.
Have a nice day.
You too, Jefferson. Okay, so there's like a globe here.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games.
I wonder if the same recordings from the first game. I think so.
Even as adults, leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with... DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the
Interesting.
same
Got a
chain,
cradle,
bound together by...
family.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life.
And then what is this one?
That takes millions.
A hammer.
When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city.
I really like the areas, like the memorials and the museums and stuff throughout this game. Like, you know, I think it kind of serves a dual purpose in a sense, like giving you a refresher, you know, if it has been, you know, 9 or so years since you played the last game. And if you haven't played the last game at all, it kind of gives you a sense of like, this is what it was all about. I think that's really nice. Just gonna glance around here, make sure there's nothing. It just looks like a creepy corner over there. Right, so we're going to continue this way. Even in like this stone looking thing here. What if we have? Check it out. We have not. Hello, you are Thekla. Thekla? Thekla?
Founder bless you, 1K. How lovely of you to come here, to the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation.
Tell me more about the founder.
The Founder was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble. And through her perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companions, she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption.
Who are the first companions?
They were the first to be born after the Founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the Founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built. And some, I'm afraid, some seem to have rejected the Founder's teachings.
What did the Founder teach?
The Founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it. That's why the Founder created the goal. So we would have something to strive for in her absence. But also a limit we must never pass.
Yeah, why did the Founder leave?
That's not for us to know. But I
I
believe
wanna
that
know.
one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome. It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The Founder will return when she sees fit.
All right, Thekla, this is yet
Happy
another robot where I'm like,
completion day, 1K.
I don't think we could be good buddies. just the whole sense of like, oh, you know, it's not for us to know. I'm like, I need to know. Create 1,000 citizens, the ideal number of humans, live in harmony with nature, maintain balance in all things, be respectful toward each other, respect the traditions of our people, be mindful of the mistakes of our ancestors, be thankful to the progenitor, Alexander Drennan, be thankful to the keeper of memories, Arcady, sure, that one. And then keep bright the memory of Gehenna and its people who found peace. So I guess these are kind of like their commandments in a sense. Interesting. So yeah, I think we've seen, we did go over there. I do remember that. There was a gate that was closed. Hi. Wasn't expecting him to talk to me. And I think at this point, we've seen everything.
Hello.
So we can go back to the tower. I hope I haven't missed anything. This guy, I think, still wants my signature.
Hello again, 1K. Would you like to sign our petition?
I don't know. I mean, I'll still think about it. I'll think about it. Alrighty. Going into the elevator. Thank you guys for going on the journey with me through New Jerusalem. I have been on the edge of my seat to go on the expedition, but like I said earlier, I don't know if the game will let us come back here, if like we're just going out into the world after this and not coming back. So I really wanted to make sure that we got to explore here, and yeah, I'm glad that I did, because it was a lot of really cool stuff. But now we are going this way. And going through this door, which I've never been through before. And oh, we got a helicopter. Oh boy. I was wondering how we were going to get to the expedition.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
We're going, baby. Yeah, this is an opportunity we can't pass up.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing, hmm? Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is gonna fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer.
Oof.
Saved you from the elevator.
You did. Nice to meet you. People call me 1K. I'll let you know when I need an oil change. I'll say nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Let's do it. Wanderers, embark on the expedition. We're doing it, baby.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
I like you,
We
Coots.
really need to update those
That's
language
Byron over
libraries.
there.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
I'm just
All right.
grateful that they're bringing
This
me
is gonna be
along,
a
because
long
like,
journey. So I would like to ask you to
I just
switch
got
to
here.
sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
oh,
Nighty-night.
but I want to see the sights. They were so beautiful.
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
Ooh. Ooh, whoa.
Wakey, wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Why do we dream of Elohim's
report,
voice?
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
I'm so
How large are we
excited.
talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody megastructure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
This was not what I was expecting to find on the island. Who built this?
It really is incredible.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And touchdown.
Act 1, A Voice in the Wilderness.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun.
Covering up their voices a bit, I might need to move to the other side.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
This
Explore
underground
the
structure
area.
seems to be part of some kind of transport system.
Can I pause it? I can pause it. Hopefully I won't cover up stuff now.
I'm not making any promises, but I might.
Oh,
be
you
able
can
to
see
fix
like
the
her
transport
camera.
system.
I guess that's the streaming that they were
However,
talking about.
I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
Oh, find schematics is our first quest here. Oh my gosh. Like, again, who built this? And what's inside? Oh. I know we just got here, and I am on the edge of my seat to do some exploring, but I think we are going to wrap this episode here, because I'm sure whatever we come across from now on is probably going to take some time. So I promise in episode 4 we are definitely going to actually get into the island and see what we can come across. I can't wait.
Hey, 1K, check out these coordinates.
But first, a mega structure. He says, check out these coordinates. Is that what's like on my compass up above? Because I do see something showing up there. Oh, we got so much to explore. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching episode 3.